Yeah, good morning. Hello.
Yes, Samir. Good morning, Samir. Can you able to hear?
Good morning, Sumit.
Good morning. Okay, guys. So let's start today. So yesterday we have already discussed what is Azure data engineering, and even what is the Azure data factory is. Azure data factory. Okay. So what is Azure data factory? Yeah. What is Azure data factory, guys? Basically, this is a service. Azure data factory is a service. Azure data factory is a service. Service means what? Basically, this is a cloud service. This is a cloud service which is used to perform the job of, yes, data summarization, comma, data integration, data migration, etc. Okay. So, anyways, we have already discussed what is a data summarization, what is data integration, and what is data migration. All this we have discussed, okay, yesterday. So now, guys, let's try to move further on this. So when you talk about the Azure Data Factory, basically it is okay used to apply the technique. It is used to apply the technique that is called as what? ETL or ELT. ETL or ELT. ETL or ELT. What is it? Extraction, transformation, and loading, and extraction, loading, and transformation. Extraction, transformation, and loading. Then extraction, loading, then transformation. Means what? Basically, here, guys, everyone, means what? This ETL stands for the extraction, transformation, and loading, and ELT stands for extraction, loading, and transformation. So, whereas the ELT is the new technique which is introduced in the recent times. Okay, introduced in the recent times, whereas both performs the same job, but here only the application technique is varying here. ETL means what? Extraction, transformation, and loading. First, extract the data, transform the data. Once this data transformation is done, then load it into the target. But ELT means what? Extraction, loading, and transformation. That means first extract it and immediately load it. After loading into the target, then transform the target directly. That's the thing you have it. Whereas this ETL or ELT, whatever we have it, basically, guys, this requires all of you. This require two things. What is that? Yes. What does this ETL requires? Can you tell me, guys? Yesterday we have discussed already. Okay. Anyways, ETL requires two things. What is it? The first one is the source, and the second one is called as what? This guys, target. The first one we require it as what? Source, and the second one we require it as what? Target. Source and target. What is it we require? Source and target. We require what is that? Source and target. Source and the target. We require the source and the target, where the source is nothing but actually the source of data. What's it? Source of, guys, source of data means what? A place from where we get the data. A place from where we get the data. Now, guys, tell me everyone, what is a place or from where we get the data? Can you tell me? Yeah, everyone, try to interact.
Flat files, databases.
Yeah, flat files, databases, etc. Then we have what is it? Even the live streaming data. Am I right? These are all the sources of data. So we can say that the data we get it ultimately we get the data from what? From the business. We get the data from what? Business. We get the data from what? Business. So whatever business, yeah, whatever business, let us say here you have a social networking sites. Social networking sites. Can you tell me what is social networking sites?
Facebook, Twitter.
Very good. So we can say that social networking sites are nothing but basically we have Facebook, Twitter, Insta, Facebook, Twitter, Insta. Then we have what? Yeah, LinkedIn. Everyone, LinkedIn. Then we have the LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Then we have what is that? Etc. And you have all these are nothing but the these are all called as what? Social networking sites. So guys, we get the data from the social networking sites. Whereas this type of data, generally what kind of data you will have it? You will have the data, okay, very massive amount of data. So whereas this may be recorded in the form of what's it? Files. Okay. So what is it? Files? Can you tell me, guys? So when you have that data here, so what kind of data it will be and where it is recorded? Yes, guys. Generally, this kind of data will be recorded in what? Text files. You can also say that the data will be recorded in sometimes the Excel files. Or else we can say Avro files, etc. These are the various type of files where we can expect the data. Now, guys, the next one is, what is the other business we have it from where we can expect the data, guys? Tell me now. Yeah, everyone. What is the other business where we can expect the data? Yeah, guys, tell me everyone. What is the other data from where we can expect it?
Amazon.
Okay. Amazon. Okay, Amazon. I want a business. Basically, I'm not talking about the company here. So Amazon, though, is a business. So what business? Okay, let us say here, the data we can get it from the banking sector. Banking. So from the banking, where it generates the data using the applications. So ultimately, I can say the banking applications, all of you, generates the data. Generates the data. Now tell me, guys. When banking applications generate the data, when banking applications generate the data, all of you, when the banking application generates the data, so now tell me, where does this data stores? Can you tell me, guys? Where does this data
In,
store?
in database.
Very good. So we can say that the massive amount of data, whichever we have it, that is called as the banking applications. All this data, because the banking data is always a confidential data. So whereas this data generally we don't store it in any kind of files here, such as CSV files, etc. So we store it generally. Okay, we store it in the form of what is that? Databases. What is it? Databases. Generally, we store it in the form of what? Databases. Databases means what? So generally, we can have what is it? Database means what? Oracle is there, SQL Server is there, Sybase, Teradata, etc. These are all the type of databases we can have. Okay. So I can say here databases are nothing but Oracle, SQL Server, and then you have what is that? Oracle SQL Server. Yes, guys. Oracle, see Oracle SQL Server. Okay, these are all the, yeah, Sybase, Teradata, etc., etc. Many more are there. Okay, guys. So these are all the type of databases we can have it. Okay, from where we get the, or we can store the application that is called the banking application data. Next after this, yes, guys. Next after this, we also get the data from the another business. What is the business? We get the data from the live streaming data. Can you tell me? Live streaming means what? Yes, guys. Live streaming means what? Live streaming data means what, guys? Tell me, please. Live streaming data is the continuous data. Okay. Where it is generated and reported at the same time. Generated and reported at the same time. Where it is generated and reported at the same time here. That is called as what? Yeah, that is called as what? Is continuous data. Such as you have a stock market data. What is that? You have a stock market data, guys. Now tell me, what do you mean by stock market data? Everyone. Yeah. Stock market data is continuous now. So there will be a share value. Suppose there is a share. Who is this unable to hear me? Guys, are you able to hear me? Everyone?
Yes, Samir.
So I
Yes,
think,
yes.
yeah, it's Yami Reddy, Subba Reddy. That's your, check it at your end. So anyways, okay. The thing is that, okay, now next one is live streaming data. So basically the live streaming data is nothing but it is a continuous data. It is what? A continuous process data. Such as we discussed about the stock market data, where the rates of the shares keep on fluctuating, where the rates of the shares keep on fluctuating, guys. It keeps on fluctuating every day, every hour, every minute it fluctuates. Am I right, everyone? So every second it will fluctuate, whereas all this kind of a data is called as what? Live streaming data. When you talk about the cricket match score, when you talk about what's it? Cricket match score, guys. Cricket match score. So when you talk about the cricket match score, the match score will keep on changing or not? Please tell me. Hello?
Yes, yes, yes.
It will
Yes,
keep on changing in like
Yes,
every minute or two. So this is how it works. So whereas all this data generally will be recorded in the form of what? Where it is recorded? In the form of a browsing applications, or we can say some kind of okay, this thing such as the data called what's it? JSON. Okay, such as the files called what? HTML files, such as the file called what? XML files, etc. Live streaming data. Okay. So this is nothing but where the data is recorded. Whereas these are the three categories. Apart from this, you can also have many other sources, such as the human generated data is there. Then you have the etc. etc. Okay. Just I'm giving you some examples where we can get from where we get the data. Ultimately, we all work for the business only, guys. Whatever it may be the thing, you work for the business. We work for what is that? business ultimately. We work for the business only. Okay, guys. So that's it now. So here you have it. This is the data. This is the applications, and this is nothing but type of files you have it. That's it. Okay. So now, guys, here, whatever the business you have, they generate the data. Am I right? But this data is called as what? Tell me now. Big data. This data is called as what, guys? Big data. This data is called as what? Big data. This data is called as what? Big data. So what is my big data, guys? Can you tell me somebody? Big data is nothing but, which we call it as what? Massive amount of data. So that means huge. Big means what? Huge. Data means what? Information. Now, huge information. What is it you have it? Huge information. So you have what is that? Huge information. Big data means what? Huge information. So, okay. Huge information. Huge information means what? Massive amount of information. What's it? Massive amount of information, guys. Okay. Massive amount of information. You have what's it? Massive amount of information. That is called as what? Huge information, or the massive amount of information. Whereas, tell me now, guys, the big data is classified into three categories. That means whatever the data we get it from this business is called as what? Basically the big data. That is, big data means what? Huge data. Okay, huge information. Where this huge information, guys, everyone, this huge information is classified or divided into three categories. Is classified or divided into three categories. What are this? Yes, the first category from where you get the that is nothing but the first category of data. That is nothing but, we can say, the first one is structured data. Yes, guys. The second one is called as what?
Unstructured data.
Yeah, unstructured data. And next one is
Semi-structured.
very good. So we can say semi-structured. Okay, structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. So now, guys, let us see here. The first type of data, that is called as structured data. So what is the structured data? Structured data is that where the data is recorded in the form of a table. So, guys, a table is the collection of what, guys, everyone? Rows and
Columns.
columns. A table is the collection of rows and columns. A table is the collection of rows and columns. A table is the collection of rows and columns. Okay. A table is the collection of rows and columns. So whereas we can say a table is the collection of what is that? Rows and columns. Rows and columns. Where rows are nothing but what? The rows are nothing but what is it? What is my rows? Yes, guys. Yes. Horizontal lines are called as what? Rows. Vertical lines are called as what? Columns. Am I right? So whereas let us try to write it here. The first one, name, ID, salary, and job. These are the four columns we have it, guys, everybody. And now I will write the data on it. Some sample data. Just to give you explanation, guys. Nothing else is needed here. Okay. Just okay, some name. Salary is, let us say, some 3,000. Look. Then you have Carl. That's it. This is the data you have it. So ALN 33 and 3,000 is the salary and job is the clerk, and Carl is there 23, 4,000 and senior clerk. This is the data you have it. Getting my point, everyone? Yes, guys. Whereas this kind of data, which is properly placed in the form of a rows and columns, which is properly placed in the form of a rows and columns, is called as the tabular data. Is called as what? The tabular data. It is called as what, guys? A tabular data, that we can say as a table. Am I right? That we can say it as a table, where the name of this table, yes guys, the name of this table is what? Let us say it here as the employees. So employees table, what is the name of the table? The name of the table is the employees, where this employees table has the following. What is it? Tell me now. Huh, guys? What is it? Two columns, and that is 4 columns and 2 rows. 4 columns and 2 rows. Am I right, everyone? Yes, guys. 4 columns and 2 rows. Now, when you talk about the semi-structured, and when you talk about what is that? Yes, guys. When you talk about the Yes, when you talk about the unstructured data. So what do you mean by unstructured data, guys? Tell me now. Okay, before that unstructured, I will discuss what is a semi-structured. Then we'll go at the last about the unstructured. Okay. So guys, the next one is, I'll give it third one. This is the third one. Unstructured is the third position, whereas you have semi-structured. Now, what do you mean semi-structured, guys? Can you tell me? Semi-structured is nothing but the data which is not in fully structured, but still the user can read it. But still the user can read it. But still the user can read the data, see the data. So such kind of data is called a semi-structured, where the data which is recorded in the form of a XML file, or in the form of a HTML file, or in the form of a JSON file. So the data which is recorded in HTML, XML, and the JSON is called as what? Semi-structured data. It is called as what, guys? Semi-structured data. It is called as what? Semi-structured data. It is called as what? Semi-structured data. Okay. So it is called as what? Semi-structured data. Okay. So here you call it as what? Semi-structured data. We call it here as what? Semi-structured data, whereas the following is a semi-structured data. You have it. Suppose, let us see how does the JSON file looks like. So guys, somebody, what do you mean JSON? Hello? What do you mean JSON, guys? Java script object notation file. JSON file means what? JavaScript object notation file. Okay. So this is called as a Java file. So what is my HTML file, guys? Somebody? Hello?
Hypertext markup language.
Yes, that is something what it stands for what? Hypertext markup
Hypertext.
language. Yes, hypertext markup language. What do you mean XML? It is exponential markup language. Yes, it is exponential markup language, or we can also say extendable markup language, something like that. So these are all the things you have it. Anyways, I'll try to explain you how does the JSON file looks like. The JSON file stores the data, guys, everyone. The JSON file stores the data in the form of, yes, guys, the JSON file stores the data. The JSON file stores the data, everyone. The JSON file stores the data in the form of what? The JSON file stores the data in the form of a, what is that? In the form of a key value pair. In the form of a key value pair. The JSON file stores the data in the form of key value pair. The JSON file stores the data in the form of what is that? Key value pair. So now I will discuss what is a key, what is a value. Basically, guys, here if you mean key, key means all the columns. And then value means what? Guys, everyone. Value means what? Key means
Rows.
columns. Yes, that's it. Values are nothing but rows exactly. We can say it's a combination of key value pair. That means rows and columns data together. Rows and columns data together. That is called as what? Key value pair. That is called as what? Key and value pair. Getting my point? Key and value pair. Okay, that is called as key value pair. That is called as what? Key value pair. Yes, guys. Now, when you talk about the key value pair, guys, how does the data looks like? Let us see it here. I'll show you. If the same data is written like this, the above data, I'll write it in the JSON file. So key value now. So here the data is recorded in the curly braces. This is called as the opening curly brace and this is called as the closing curly brace. Between these two, we'll write the data. First key is what? Yes, name. So make sure that this is recorded in the form of this is nothing but it is recorded in the form of what is that? Double quotes. That is the keys name. What is the value you have to tell me now? Value is the alien. So alien is a character. So character is placed again under the quotes, comma. What is the next key you have it? Can you tell me, guys? ID is the next key. And what is the value for this? 33. Normal, because it's a numeric data, we don't place it under the quotes anyways. The next one, what's that you have it? Salary. And the salary is, let us give it as 3,000, comma. What is the next thing you have it? Job. Yeah, what is the job you tell me now? The job is the clerk. Clerk means character. This is how the data recorded. So now, guys, this is called as the this is called as the key value pair. This is called as what? Key value pair, guys. Okay. Fine, everyone. Where this is the closing brace and the above is the opening brace. Whereas this is how the data is recorded in the form of a key value pair. That is in the form of a JSON file. That is in the form of what is that? JSON file. Getting my point? Next one. Guys, what is the next one you have it? So here the next one is, let us say, XML file. So how the data is recorded in XML? So that is extendable markup language. I will show you that also. That's better. Generally, we don't need to worry about this type of files because we don't create these files. Okay, this is not our concern of okay, worry. It should not be our concern of worry because we don't create this files. We get these files automatically, okay, from the client side. And whereas the next one is, what is it you have it? XML file, that is called as what? Extendable markup language, XML. If the same data, guys, all of you, if the same data is written in XML file, how does the data is written? Let us try to see it here, okay? In the XML, the data is recorded in the form of a tags. Tag means opening tag. This is called as a root tag. The above one is called as root tag. Okay, and this is called as row tags. This is how the data is written now. Let's try to fill the data, guys, everyone. Okay. Same data now. XML means what? Tell me now, what is the name of the table now? Employees. So this is called as a root tag. The name of the table will become the root tag here. So just tell it here and just write it here, everyone. Employees is the root tag. Now, what is the row tag, guys? Tell me now. This is called as the opening row tag. Two tags means what? One is opening, one is closing. I will show you how to write it. Now, guys, here you have it. The same one, you write it here. Employees. That's it, guys. Okay. Anyways, this is nothing but called as a root tag. This is called as a root tag. Okay, where this is called as a opening root tag, and this is called as a closing root tag. Now you write the data. So here you have the data, guys. So I'm writing the data as what? Name. Okay. What is the value for the name, guys? Alan. Closing tag means you have to use the slash here. Name. It's highly case sensitive. You have to write the case as it is, or else it won't support it. So then use the, what is the next thing you have it? ID 33 slash ID. Sal 3000 slash sal. Job clerk. Yes, guys, everyone. Job. That's it. Okay. So this is called as the opening and closing. But ultimately, we have not closed the row tag. Close it. This is how we write the data into what's that XML file. Clear, everyone? Yes, guys.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
Samir.
So this is how it works. Whereas the final file, the final one that is called as the unstructured data. Whereas, guys, unstructured data is nothing but whereas it does not has any structure. Your photos in your mobile phone, the videos, okay, all this comes under the voice notes comes under the unstructured data only, where 80% of the data you will get it as an unstructured format only. So where this unstructured data, you have to convert it into the proper structure form. Proper structure form. That is called as what? Unstructured data. That is called as what? Unstructured data. So it is converted into what's it? Proper structured format. Unstructured format. What's that? Proper unstructured format. So that means here unstructured means what? 80% of the data, you get it as a unstructured. No structure. Photos, videos, voice chats. Okay, and then you have what is that? Everything, this all comes under the uh, unstructured only, whereas 80% of the data will get it in unstructured. So only, guys, only 20%. Only what is the percentage, guys? Only 20% you will get it in the structured and as well as semi-structured. I cannot say 10% like this equally, but within 20% only you will get this. Within the 20% only you will get it. That means 20% you will get it in the structured and semi-structured. 80% of the data you will get it in what? Unstructured format. That is called as what? Whatever the form you have it. Okay, guys. So whereas this is nothing but exactly the thing works out. So clear, everyone? Yes, please tell me now, all of you. So guys, this is how exactly the thing works out. Whereas the next one, okay, the next one. So we will discuss the first next level of things, that is called as a that is how does the, okay, how does the things works here. Okay, all these things you can just come to know. That is how does the further process moves on. Okay, what is this, where do you store this kind of data? All these things we will discuss it tomorrow. Yeah, any questions somebody was asking me, please go ahead now. So Nagarjuna was asking, is there any prerequisite technology that need to learn for ADB and ADF, and also we can attend parallelly for both the courses? In fact, you can attend the courses parallelly, You need not worry about this. And when you talk about, prerequisites, guys, you require Python is needed, you needed SQL is needed. Okay, and PySpark is also needed. Up to what level it is needed, I will tell you in the class itself. You need not worry. But still, if you want the expert level, then you have to learn, join it separately, the Python or PySpark, whatever you want. But if you work out, obviously that will be enough. Yeah. Uh, uh, Recordings, you get it through the Google Drive. You have to get it registered. And once you are registered, your this thing will be provided to you on the Google Drive. Okay. So on the Google Drive, this is the Google Drive will be given for 6 months period. That means from the course completion to 6 months, not from today, because this course will take around 2 months to complete. So after this, again, you will have, after this 2 months, you may have, okay, the course period of around, okay, I can say 6 months after the course completion. Okay. Then after 6 months, automatically it will disconnect. But still, if you don't, if you not, you think you have not done with it, you can ask for a reconnection. That's it. Yeah. Any other questions? Please go ahead. Yeah, guys. Any other questions? You don't need to have knowledge, guys. I will take care. You need not worry about that. Okay. So you need not worry about that. I will take care of all. Yeah. The only thing is that even you have to put your efforts. Without putting your efforts, I can't do anything. Am I right? Yeah. Tell me, tell me. Somebody is asking some question. Please, no, go ahead.
I have a question, someone.
Mhm.
For this ADF, the batch time is 6:30 to 7:30. Is there other batch that is running during day or maybe at night? This time doesn't suit me. My daughter's
Right now,
school is at
ADF
8.
slot is this one, and other slots means you may get 9:30 a.m. ADF, but that will take minimum of more 15 days to 20 days time. So,
Okay.
okay, 9:30 a.m. So that's the thing.
Okay. Let me think, and then I have registered already.
Okay,
Three of my friends have already registered.
okay,
So I got to know from them and I registered.
okay,
Let me think
okay, sure.
until this demo class is there.
Okay, no problem, no issues. If you are this time is not, you can shift it to another time also. That doesn't matter here. Okay, that's not a problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Yeah, tell me any other questions? That's it, guys. Okay, then thank you everyone. So for attending, I'm signing off for the day, and we'll continue tomorrow at the same time and the same link. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
No, Python is not needed. ADF is totally, basically, somebody is asking me, Prashant. Basically, for ADF, you don't require Python. For ADB, the timings are okay. Right now, it is 9 o'clock. That means 8:30. 9 o'clock demo, but actually it will shift it to 8:30. 8:30 to 9:30. There's a standard timing for ADB. Current right now it is 8 o'clock. Sorry, 9 o'clock. ADB. Okay, the new batch. Thank you.